Hi, hi, this is George with my weekly Elite Earners Club update. Now, for the past nine weeks, I've always looked up to Fridays to share some exciting news about what I consider to be my primary business, which is Elite Earners Club, commonly known as EEC. But this week is different. It's just a stark reminder of the risks that are associated with business, be it online or offline. I didn't expect to be the bearer of this bad news. For the people who join me in my team, for the people who've been looking forward to join, for the people who have already deposited, this is really a bad week. Normally, I would be sharing my results with you, but there is really no point for me to do that when there are people in my team who just deposited last week and they are yet to get any cent out of it. So let me just rush into saying Elite Earners Club has been impressive for the past weeks I joined. I started knowing it sometime late last year, November, December. I didn't join up until January, just monitoring it closely. The transparency, the way the results have just been phenomenal. So I had to get on board on sometime in January. I was actually regretting that I should have done it in November. That's how good it has been so far. But this week, things have been different. This week, the trader who normally announces that he's paying us on a Thursday night and starts the payouts on Thursdays and leading into Friday, made an announcement on Thursday that he had not reached targets, and we just thought maybe he was on track to hitting the targets. Maybe we were just gonna get just a little less than the 10% and the 15% paid weekly, but sadly it wasn't to be. He made an update yesterday and said there would be no payout because this week he had incurred some massive losses across the accounts that he trades in. So I waited until today so that I would know the magnitude of the loss, because he said he was gonna do a video today. He did the video a few hours ago, just catching up with it just recently, and the losses made, actually the net loss is massive. He says that he has made a loss of over 8 million in depositors' equity, which is about 50 to 60, if the figures are right, percent of the total equity or the total deposit. So this is a precarious or dangerous situation that we are left in. I know some people have used their hard-earned money, sacrificed it, or borrowed money even, just to transform their lives. But it wasn't to be. This is where we are just now. The hole is so deep. I don't know if we're gonna be able to come out of it. But the trader, for his part, is also the owner. We are heartbroken, but let's at least give him some respect, and I mean, we should be at least be grateful that he's being honest with us, he's being upfront, he's coming out in the open. I've been in programs where things don't go right and then there's just silence. You try to contact people running the program, silence. In March, early this March, there was a program which just did exactly that, a program called Auto Bitcoin Builder. Just lost some money there. I put just over 1,000. I lost money, but I have never really been exclusively promoting it on this channel as I do, or as I have been doing Elite Earners Club, because I had so much confidence and so much faith in this. So what I'll do now, I'll just cut it here and leave you with a full presentation of what the trader says, or the trader is saying in the video about this week's performance, so that you can hear it from the horse's mouth. It is with great sadness that things have come to this, and there is no more deposits from new members. No, he is saying that he's not taking any new members on board because he wants to turn things around, and there will be about 3 to 4 weeks for him to recover everything according to his estimation. And after those weeks, perhaps things would have been turned around and will start earning again. But no promises. It's hard because it's something that we've been looking forward to every week, to get a payment there. That's what it is. And anybody who was influenced to get into this program because of me, I'm really, from the bottom of my heart, I can feel for you. But it was all in good faith. It was all after all my results that I was endorsing this program. Who knows, it will still bounce back. But for now, I'll just leave you with the video. This is the weekly update from Elite Earners Club. I don't know or think it will be necessary next week to put out another video, because this is the situation. There won't be any development. It will just be us waiting to hear how he'll be doing in terms of cutting the loss and turning that into the profits that we've been used to getting. Thank you so much. If it's the first time, you can subscribe to my channel and you can get updates maybe on this later on, or the other things that I do. Thank you so much. I'll leave you with a video from the trader. Cheers.
Hello guys, this is Timur with this week's trading report. I am not as excited as I always am when I record this video, the trading report of every week. It's because for 18 weeks we produced results that amazed and shocked a lot of people in the market. But our 19th week was so bad that I am really disappointed in myself. I've not just let you down, I've let myself down, I've let my Elite Earners family down. But that being said, I'm not going to turn my back on you. I'm going to show you the results for this week, which were very, very bad. We lost a lot of money. We lost almost 60% of our equity, and we are left around 55 to 60% of our equity, and we are left with 40 to 45% of our equity to fight back the situation. So before I tell you about the plan moving forward, I'm going to show you the results from last week. But again, this is not a full stop for us. This is merely an obstacle that I'm committed to get through. I'm committed to get over this. I'm committed to fight this, and all I need is for you to be as supportive as you've always been. I'd also like to thank you guys for the amazing support you have shown on this weekend. I've gone through all the comments, and again, my inbox, I think I've received like 250 messages just since yesterday. And of course, I could not go through all of the messages, but most of the messages were there to support EEC. Again, I received a lot of phone calls, and not just from one country, from many countries. The people who are my friends and who are in EEC, they called in to show their support. So, I mean, I'm absolutely thankful to you guys for the kind of support that you've shown me in the difficult time. It was easier to show the support when you were paying every week 10% in tier 1, 15%, you know, every Thursday, when I used to post that update that we have achieved targets, and then the kind of support that we used to get was kind of obvious. But the support that you've shown us this week, I have no words to explain how I feel. I feel blessed to have such a great family, and I feel blessed to have a family that is committed to get through a difficult time with hands in hands. I cannot get through this alone. I obviously need all of you with me. Let's have a look at last week's trading reports on our two major accounts where we faced a big loss this week. Going to log into our first bigger account. As you've known that we had two major accounts where we traded most of our equity. And let's have a look at last week from 20th until 27th. On this account, we lost $5.22 million this week. Again, from a lot of positions that we opened last week and a few old positions that we had to close because of how dollar behaved during last week and the week before. Around 80 to 90% of the market, the buyers, the traders were bullish this week, and a lot of people lost a lot of money. A lot of accounts were wiped out this week because 80 to 90% of people were betting on dollar to come back this week, but that just did not happen. And obviously, why have we lost so much money on this account is because to produce the kind of results that we've been producing since day one for 18 weeks, we have to take considerable risks. We have to take huge risks. I mean, if we were during all this time, a lot of people have been asking, how can you produce 10%, 15% when best traders in the world can produce 20% or 25% throughout the year? It's because the risk management is not as, we don't have as good risk management as they do. They play very, very carefully, but we have targets to achieve 10%, 15%, so we have to take considerable risks. Again, the risks, with those risks, we have to keep some money aside so that if we face a week like we are facing this one, we have a backup plan. This is the worst case scenario that I always talked about. This is obviously not looking very good. But again, we've lost 5.22 million on this account, and then we have our other bigger account. We have lost $3.09 million. Now the total loss this week has been around $8.2 million. This is almost half of our equity, more than half of our equity, and this is a huge loss. Now, it's done. We've lost a lot of money. I've let you guys down. Obviously, you guys are not used to taking a loss as for 18 weeks. In 18 weeks, we paid out over $17 million. It's the profits that we paid in 18 weeks is more than the equity that we should have right now. And I'm not including the compounded profits. We have paid over $17 million in 18 weeks in just cash. Just last 4 weeks, we paid out around $7 million. So this is a difficult time. We are left with around 30 to 40% of our equity. And what is the plan moving forward? Well, the easier plan would have been, to act like a lot of other people do, to ask you for more deposits, or to simply shut it down. Shutting down the EEC is not an option for me. Me and a lot of other people have worked very, very hard to build this brand, and we're not going to let it flush down the toilet. This is a point that we are committed to fight back. What is the plan going forward? How are we going to recover from such a great loss? Can we recover from such a great loss? We absolutely can. I absolutely assure you that if we can produce such great results in 18 weeks, and we have a bad week on our 19th week, we can continue to produce good results in the coming weeks, and we can get our equity back only if you guys are with us. There are always two choices. For me, there were two choices. I had to make one of them. One is either distribute the losses to the members, simply because we've been distributing profits from day one. We can just simply distribute the losses to everyone and then continue from next week on. And in that case, your active balances would probably reduce to almost 40%. And the other choice that I have made is to get our equity back with trading. Here's what we're going to do. Number one, we're going to stop new deposits. We are not going to take any new deposits from our new members or from our existing members. New deposits are completely closed until further notice. For now, we're only going to trade what we have. We're going to keep half of that. We're going to keep 50% of our remaining equity into our reserves, and we're going to trade with 50%. This is, we always had this plan in the worst case scenario, and I did discuss it with a couple of our admins that if, one day we were in this position, because as a trader you have to be ready for all kinds of situations, and this was a situation that I was always ready for. But again, a lot of you people were not ready for this, just because of the past 18 weeks. But again, here we are in the situation. I promise you that we can get out of this without taking any new deposits, with simple trading. We need 4 to 6 weeks to regain our equity. There are two things we can do. We can either distribute the losses to you, so that everyone's active balance will go down around 50 to 60%. And then what you'll have left is almost 40% of your balance that you should have. But that is not a choice. That is not something that I would want to do. What I would like to do is for you to have your active balance as it is. If you have invested $10,000, regardless of the profits that you already received, they were your profits. You've received them, it's fine. If you have an active balance of $10,000, it will remain $10,000. But for me to do that, we have to gain our equity back with trading, not by taking fresh deposits, not by asking for more money, but with more trading. That is the only sensible and right thing to do, and I'm prepared to do that. I'm prepared to work my ass off for the next 4 to 6 weeks to get this equity back. The only thing I need to ask you guys, are you prepared to stay with me, you have two choices. I'm not going to force this choice on you. We have two choices. We can either, distribute the losses to you, or we can gain our equity back, which is going to take around 4 to 6 weeks. We are going to be in a position to pay you guys in 4 to 6 weeks. We'll start paying you again in 4 to 6 weeks. And we'll keep showing you the trading report of every week like we always do. Okay, we'll show you the trading report every week and show you how much we have gained this week. Out of this $8.2 million, we only need to get around $4.5 million to $5 million to start paying you again. We're not going to wait until we get all of the losses back. When we are at a point that we've gained $4.5 to $5 million back, we'll be in a position to start paying you again. We received some suggestions from our valued members, some board members, that we should, until we have regained all of our equity back, we should suspend Tier 1 and Tier 2 and only pay 10%. Well, we'll talk about it when we get to, gaining around $4.5 to $5 million back. Then we'll think what we should do and how we should pay. But that is a good suggestion, and we will look into this. But again, here I am, sitting in front of you with what we're facing right now. What we're facing right now is a crisis. What we're facing right now is a problem. What we're facing right now is a difficult situation. We're not facing a scam. We're not facing a thief who's running away with your money. I'm right here, sitting right here, and I promise you that I'm going, for the next 4 to 6 weeks, I'm going to work double, I'm going to work triple than I used to for the past 18 weeks. You will see absolute commitment from me. And I am pretty sure that I will see the same level of support that you've shown me since yesterday, since I announced that. I simply do not have words to thank you for the kind of support that you've shown me. In any other group or any other program that we've seen, that I've seen throughout my career, the owners and the admins or the administrators would be taking a lot of ass-kicking right now. But again, the kind of messages, the kind of comments that I've seen since yesterday, I'm absolutely speechless. This is the kind of support that we need to get through this difficult situation. We are in an absolutely difficult situation, but we can get out of this. There is no situation, there is no difficulty if you're committed. If you're committed to get through this, you will get through this. I am committed to get through this. This is a huge loss, but we can get our equity back. We're going to work our ass off to get this equity back. We'll keep showing you the trading reports for the next 4 to 6 weeks. All I want you is to be a little patient with us. And if you feel like you are angry, if you want to take it out on me, please do so inside the group. If you want to abuse me, it's absolutely fine. No admin is going to kick you for that. If you could praise me for the past 18 weeks for the results I've delivered, you have every right to abuse me, to criticize me for such a bad performance this week. You have every right. The only thing I would ask you not to do is to speculate outside the group or speculate in Forex-related forums. That is going to cause us some damage in terms of broker relationship. So please refrain from speculating outside the group. If you want to take it out on me, please refrain from taking out your anger or frustration on other admins. They're only doing a job. They're getting paid to do their jobs, and they have been doing an absolutely amazing job. If anyone is responsible for this loss, I am. If you want to take it out, if you feel angry, if you feel frustrated, please take it out on me. The other admins have nothing to do with this loss. Again, I promise you guys that we're going to come out of this. I promise you that we can do it. If we could do it for 18 weeks and we had a bad 19th week, I assure you that we can have an amazing 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th week, and we can get back on our feet. But we need to do it together. I was really disappointed with myself yesterday, this week, and this is not these trading results are not because I was traveling. Literally, when I was traveling, I had my laptop in front of me all week. It's only to do with the market, how market behaved. So that's it, guys. So this is a very simplified trading report for this week, and I hope you have the heart to forgive me, and I hope that you have the heart to support me so we can get through this difficult time. You all have a good weekend, and I hope that we can get on our feet very soon. I'm right here, I'm not going anywhere, and I hope you will stay right here with me. And we'll get through this, and EEC is going to prove, this is our, I think this is our golden opportunity to prove to everyone in the industry that EEC is not a Ponzi scheme. EEC was not a Ponzi scheme, because we are not going to ask for fresh deposits. We are not going to ask for new funds to get back on our feet. We are simply going to get back on our feet with trading. And also, we are not going to take fresh deposits until every single member of EEC is in profit. That means that you've been paid 100% of your investment back. Also, when we start paying out again in 4 to 6 weeks, there will be no option of compounding, 50% or 100% compounding available to any members. The only option available will be withdrawal. The goal is to pay every single person their 100% investment back, and then we will enable 50% compounding or 100% compounding, so you can compound when you received your initial investment back. Then you can start compounding. I just want to make sure that no one is in loss, and this is what we're going to do. That is the plan, guys. And again, the only thing I need from you guys is your support. The only thing at this point is your support. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you all have a good weekend. Take care. Goodbye.
No, you know, the trouble and night of one child would not trouble against the managed to. Okay, I can do it for you.